What's good? What's going on with you? It's your girl Simba, and it is time for another reaction, okay? Today we're first to get into what if we donated all nuclear bombs at once? What if, you know? What if? So, oh, where's my oh, here it is.
If you're new here, make sure you're subscribing, turning on them notifications.
Gang.
Also smashing that like button.
Yes, sir.
Let's get 200K by March.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. And with that being said, let's see what'll happen. Y'all think y'all know? Hey, what y'all think gonna happen, chat? Here she go whispering. Relax. Donate. Hey, relax. Scrap the
subs.
You know. You said donated. I don't care, bro. Collector, thank you for the 2 gifted. Let's get it.
Many of our viewers have asked us a very serious question. What if we made a big pile of bombs and exploded every nuclear weapon in the world all at once? Strangely enough, we couldn't find a good source to answer this question to our satisfaction. So, we gathered together a few scientists to calculate what would happen and find an answer to this extremely important scientific problem once and for all. Currently, there are 15,000 nuclear weapons on Earth. The US and Russia both have around...
Wait. How many? Let's talk about it.
Currently, there are 15,000 nuclear weapons.
15,000 nuclear weapons, chat. 15,000. Hey, listen, I know I said donate, relax on me, it's over, the joke is old. There are 15,000 nuclear weapons on Earth, chat. Do you hear me? Do you understand? This is crazy.
On Earth. The US and Russia both have around 7,000, while France...
Nah. We have us in Russia have 7,000. That's 14,000 between the 2 of us. The rest is just spread out sporadically. Why do we have so much? Oh my God. Hey, thank you for the 100 bits, by the way.
France, China, the UK, Pakistan, India, Israel, and North Korea own around 1,000 between them. But how much destructive power is this really? Let's try to put these numbers into perspective.
Kurzgesagt. Shout out the gang.
On Earth, there are about 4,500 cities or urban areas with at least 100,000 inhabitants.
Okay.
Some are bigger than others, so we'll assume that on average, we need 3 nuclear bombs to completely wipe out one city.
Okay.
This means we could destroy every single city on planet Earth with our nuclear arsenal, killing more than 3 billion people, roughly half of humanity, in an instant. And we'd still have 1,500 nuclear weapons left. Now that's what an expert would call overkill. So we can say with confidence that we have a lot of nuclear weapons and they can do a lot of damage.
Do y'all hear? Do y'all understand the gravity of what was just told to us? We can kill everybody on Earth. Everybody on Earth can get shot down, evaporated, eviscerated, gone, sent packing, and there'll still be 1,500 nuclear bombs on Earth.
But what if we make a huge pile of all 15,000 bombs and pull the trigger? Let's drop our nuclear pile in the middle of the Amazon rainforest, just to show nature who's boss. Our warheads, piled haphazardly, fit into a small warehouse. A typical US warhead has the power of 200,000 tons of TNT. So 15,000 warheads would be the equivalent of 3 billion tons of TNT. For scale, this is enough to rebuild the whole island of Manhattan with every building and skyscraper using stacks of TNT.
Yo, no.
The closest thing...
What? Nah, this is crazy. Niggas, you know, if you had that much TNT, you can rebuild the whole city of Manhattan with Nah, that's crazy. That's something... That is a crazy comparison.
So 15,000 warheads would be the equivalent of 3 billion tons of TNT. For scale, this is enough to rebuild the whole island of Manhattan with every building and skyscraper using stacks of TNT. The closest thing we can compare to the energy gathered here is a volcano. One of the deadliest volcanic eruptions in recorded history took place in 1883 on the island of Krakatoa. The eruption was so powerful that 70% of the island and the surrounding archipelago was destroyed, killing tens of thousands of people. Its effects were felt around the world for days after the event. Our nuclear pile contains 15 times the energy of the Krakatoa volcanic eruption. So let's finally push the button. 3, 2, 1. In a second, a fireball 50 kilometers across vaporizes everything in its way and creates a blast wave that flattens 3,000 square kilometers of forest. Every living thing within 250 kilometers will start to burn. The explosion will be heard literally around the world as the pressure wave circles the Earth tens of times over the next few weeks. Millions of tons.
What in the... Then you will hear the pressure wave for weeks on end after they explode. Bro, what? Nah, that's... For multiple weeks, for multiple weeks? It's crazy. Nah, bro.
Of incinerated material are catapulted into the atmosphere. The mushroom cloud reaches the outer reaches of the stratosphere, pushing up against space itself. After things have calmed down, a small crater, about 10 kilometers across, is left in the center of the worst wildfires the planet has seen in millennia, spreading throughout South America, burning down forests and cities alike. And now, the unpleasant part begins. Extremely radioactive material will kill living things very quickly, and a large area several kilometers around the crater is now uninhabitable, as is everywhere for hundreds of kilometers downwind. Much of the fallout is carried high into the atmosphere by the mushroom cloud and carried around the planet. The amount of radioactive material in the environment doubles worldwide, which still isn't civilization ending, but we may see more cancer for a while. A portion of the particles will float to the edge of space for years and cause a nuclear winter that could lower global temperatures by a few degrees for a few years. This explosion was pretty bad if you're in South America and especially Brazil. The Amazon rainforest is pretty much history, which is not great, but human life will go on. Okay, but what if we explode more nuclear weapons? Let's suppose humanity decided to mine every bit of uranium on Earth and build as many nuclear bombs as possible. At current usage, it's estimated that there are around 35 million tons of uranium in Earth's crust.
You know what? I think this is why coronavirus is trying to pack us up. I think this is why there's so many variants. Maybe it's just our... Nah, let me chill, bro. But like, for real though, like, why? Why do we need this? Why do we need this? If it's not powering something and for the greater good, why do we... My bad, I got mad of Luna's hair on my microphone, which is crazy. Like, we can't control how much uranium is in the earth, right? But like, the fact of the matter is, there's 15,000 nuclear weapons currently on Earth. And like, we're still currently mining uranium, so the number's gonna continuously go up. And then it's just like coronavirus season 3 battle pass looking cool.
Enough to power human civilization for over 2,000 years, or to build millions of nuclear warheads. For the sake of argument, let's say we create a pile with a yield of 10 billion Hiroshima bombs, which makes up a cube 3 kilometers high that contains roughly the energy of the asteroid impact that ended the age of the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. Except it's also nuclear. 3, 2, 1. Our pile explodes in a fireball stretching so high into the sky that it's visible from half of South America. With so much power that the ground just splashes like water,
thank you for the
forming
bits, bro.
a crater 100 kilometers across. Bedrock on the scale of whole mountain ranges is vaporized in an instant, while thousands of tons of material is catapulted away with such speed that it's ejected into space. Some leaves Earth forever, while most of it comes raining down as hot, burning debris that heats up the atmosphere to oven-like temperatures, killing most big animals and causing firestorms all over the world. The Earth's crust rings like a bell, struck by global earthquakes stronger than anything in recorded history, decimating cities around the world, while hurricane-force winds flatten every single tree in South America and wildfires consume the continent. The abundance of hydrocarbons in the Amazon burned to form ash are cast into the atmosphere, darting the sky and keeping sunlight from reaching the surface, dropping temperatures to near freezing worldwide. The ensuing global winter may last for decades and results in the extinction of every large animal species, humans included. We could also mention that every corner of the planet is covered with radioactive fallout, but at this point, it doesn't matter that much anymore. This is humanity's extinction event. The astronauts aboard the International Space Station get to enjoy a great view for a while, but it's not unlikely that the spray of rocks blast into orbit will destroy the station.
Wow.
Those lucky enough to be in bunkers or in submarines deep below the ocean surface may survive the longest before they exhaust their food supplies and have to venture out for more.
Wow.
They'll find the world a charred, freezing, radioactive wasteland. The planet itself doesn't care at all. After just a few million years, the wounds of the explosions have healed and life is thriving, arguably even more so than when humans were around. If intelligent life emerges again, it might be able to work out what happened. When they study geology, they'll find a bizarre and very thin layer of rock covering the entire world, enriched in radioactive elements like uranium and the other nasty things it decays to, mixed with rare earth metals and plastics that humans used. They would probably be very, very confused. Videos like this one take well over 1,200 hours to finish. Over the years, we put more and more effort into research, conversations with experts, illustration and animation, sound design, and
shout out fucking in a nutshell.
We put a lot of extra work into our sources document. You can read how because you watch.
Hey, they got some W merch, bro.
If you like what we're doing.
They got some W merch. Their posters look fire. I was supposed to buy it, but something distracted me. But nah, the W freaking this is crazy. It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. W video, you know what I'm saying? Shout out in a nutshell. That shit's crazy, bro. So, you know, I vote we all just get rid of the nuclear weapons. We don't need really, you know. Nobody should be able to press a button and the nuclear warhead nowhere. You know, just find it out. What happened to this?
Otaku the Collector just donated $3. Aliens out there probably looking at us like, damn, these MFS got that black Air Force energy. That's why we don't ever see them come around here.
Probably. More than likely. They just waiting on us to do our we sell like they just waiting for us to off each other pretty much. But now W video, shout out in a nutshell. Listen,
if you're new here, make sure you're subscribing, turning on them notifications, also smashing that like button. Let's get 200K by March. Let's get it.
And I'm out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you know, peace.